Bonjour à toutes, bonjour.
So hello everybody. Welcome to CHAM 2018, the 10th Convention on Health Analysis and Management. The theme this year is Building the European Health System. And I'd like to say the following as an introduction. Of course, it's a lot of work, which means increased cohesion of the members who want to commit to a real European healthcare space, a kind of Schengen for medical research, artificial intelligence, prevention, and healthcare when our old continent is bulging below the weight of political divides and populism. Are we going through a crisis like so many others that we have experienced before bouncing back? Or has the badness gone too deep? And what about our European white and Christian civilization? Has it come to the end of its run after all of the fights? After being able to deal with food issues, develop industry and commerce, promote human rights, and build a space with 515 million inhabitants who are quite happy and content and who live in this temperate climate and who are no longer fighting for their lives or future. We've moved from individual rights to me, I can do anything I want and say anything I want, forgetting collective duties. Are we just being like the Marquise of Pompadour, who, as she was having a portrait painted by Quentin Latour in Versailles, replied to Louis XV, who had just announced the defeat of the French armies in Rosbach, after us the flood? Are we aware that in 2050 there will be on the earth over 4.5 billion Asians and Indians, 1.3 billion Americans, 2.5 billion Africans, 50% of whom will be under 25 years of old, when in fact in Europe there will only be 500 million people, and over one-third of these people will be over 60 years old. Xi Jinping, Modi, Putin, they didn't go to the 73rd meeting of the United Nations in New York because they were too white, too Western. The oldest civilizations are currently inventing a new world that is rising in the East. We haven't understood the emergence, this ultra-rapid emergence of the digital economy. And we're being dominated, if not crushed, by American gaffers and the Chinese bats, who are speeding up their grip on the planet. Facebook is 14 years old. Google is 20 years old. No European startup within this lapse of time has become a world giant. And the Human Brain Project, the European project, that benefited from €1 billion over 10 years, is really not up to scratch. It's being undermined by in-house quarreling. During this time, China has planned to invest $152 billion in the economy of artificial intelligence through to 2030. We're in a ratio of 100 to 1. Now, Zhao Qi, who is a humanoid robot, it means little doctor in Chinese, passed his Bachelor of Science in Medicine and answered questions 10 times faster than his human counterparts. He's going to be rolled out into the Chinese medical wastelands. Now, given our health services, given the quality of our professionals and our engineers, health could be a great way to harmonize Europe by providing better protection for citizens and thanks to the burgeoning of new medical inventions and technologies. But do we want to do something about this? Are we courageous enough? If yes, we need to really create a leap forward in order to bring together researchers and inject not millions, but dozens of billions of euros, because we are behind. Brandishing ethics as a shield is a naive thing to do, if not unconscious, because competitors are reproaching us for being moralizing without having the right fire to challenge them. Yes, we are treading water in a world that is steaming ahead. Europe needs to get up and do something. We've got so much to do, and let me end with a citation. We live in a rapid period in the most impetuous current of events and ideas which has ever borne away humanity. And at the period in which we live, a year suffices to do the work of a century. Thanks to railroads, Europe will soon be not of more extent than France was in the Middle Ages. Thanks to steamships, we traverse the mighty ocean more cozily than the Mediterranean was formerly crossed. Before long, men shall traverse the earth as the gods of Homer did the sky, in 3 paces. But yet a little time, and the electric wire of Concord shall encircle the globe and embrace the world. A day will come when these 2 immense groups, the United States of America and the United States of Europe, shall be seen placed in presence of each other, extending the hand of fellowship across the ocean, exchanging their produce, commerce, their industry, their arts, their genius, clearing the earth, peopling the deserts, meliorating creation under the eyes of the Creator. French, English, Belgians, Germans, Russians, Slavs, Europeans, Americans, what have we to do in order to hasten that great day? Love each other. Signed, Victor Hugo. This was 169 years ago during his speech at the Peace Conference in Paris in 1849. So long live Europe, and let's do something about the situation.